Today we're talking about the UFC fighters and underrated or overrated.
Yes.
So
Sound like the fucking Muslim Trajordi.
yeah, there's been I don't even know. I have no intro. Let's just do this.
Yeah, fuck
Overrated or underrated. We'll be ranking them. Ben Askren.
Overrated. I think
overrated.
we agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still 19-2. That was his record of. I'm assuming he's retired.
He obviously had a good career before the UFC, but hadn't really faced the elite competition that they bring, I guess, and then got kneed in the face in 5 seconds.
I don't know. Like, it's hard because I feel like if he just didn't shoot for a takedown straight away, it might have gone a bit different.
Were people thinking that he was going to come in and ragdoll everybody, or...?
I don't know. Because he wasn't even... I don't even remember him being, like, ground and pound.
Yeah.
Like, he has fucking pillow hands.
He was known to hardcores, but, yeah. I don't know how hyped he actually was, really. Like, everyone was wanting to see how he'd do his style versus fighters, but... I don't know. He was definitely overrated, though. He was definitely... Whatever. I don't know.
BJ Penn? I think a bit underrated. I feel like his recent run has like taken away from what he really achieved.
At his prime.
Obviously, I was never into MMA during his prime, but I've been able to go back and watch like him, and he was a fucking beast.
He was an absolute savage in his prime, and then has fallen off in the later years, which is something to do probably with age as well, and he's just old and keeps trying to compete.
The fact that he's getting knocked out by fat Hawaiian men is just not good.
But people aren't thinking he is good at this time, though. But I feel like
people have the view
how good
of
that
him.
he was.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like he is underrated.
Because
he's one of the lightweight goats.
When you're talking about how good someone was, you talk about at their prime. So, like, when you talk about Anderson Silva, you're talking about from his prime. BJ Penn, same thing, and he was good.
Yeah.
So, I'd say underrated.
Underrated, yep. Bork Lesnar.
I don't know.
I feel like he's properly rated.
Yeah.
Like, he would...
properly known to be on roids.
He would get completely demolished in modern-day MMA.
But as a good wrestler, though.
Don't care. He would get demolished.
Definitely properly rated. Like, people know what would happen to him.
Yeah, he'd get fucked up.
If he was fighting Derek Lewis, do you reckon
because Derek Lewis just doesn't wrestle.
The just stand up?
Yeah, obviously.
Perfectly timed uppercut? No. Yeah, I'd say properly rated as well. I don't even think he was ever overrated, really. Or underrated, like... He just came...
No, he just
people
came...
didn't even know what he was going to do, really.
He had hype, but because of who he was, like, not because of his fighting ability.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like it's hard to
It was kind of a CM Punk thing, like, not even knowing what he was going to do. Just...
Wait, why does it say properly overrated?
Yeah, it should be properly rated.
Yeah, fuck it.
Who even cares? We know.
Not
we
us.
know. We
yeah.
know. My boy Conor.
Me boy Conor McGregor.
Conor
McGregor, he does me alright.
Most controversial fighter probably ever.
They can only go to 5.
He's kind of tarnished his reputation a bit in recent times.
It's hard because he was so good at featherweight.
Yeah.
But...
I would honestly... If it was... He does not even get mentioned in featherweight goat stats.
He's probably my featherweight goat.
So underrated as featherweight. Oh, he didn't defend any titles yet. Cleaned out the whole division.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking ease.
And like he absolutely rolled both of the other people that you consider goats. Why do you need to defend
titles to be a goat? Like, if you destroy everyone in the whole division, and that amount of time and build up that much star power, like.
Yeah.
But then since then,
everyone just
thinks he's shit now, though. Anyway.
Yeah, people are haters.
I'd say. I'd say he's underrated, especially after losing to Khabib. Everyone's just like, take him down, strangle with those.
If we're doing the BJ Penn way, like rating people in their prime, definitely underrated.
Yeah. Just not had as much success recently. But
that's old age. Like.
And also, I'd just say the people he's fighting now, like the best fighters in the UFC.
That's the thing, like.
He's only losing to Dustin every time.
Exactly.
Who pretty much is champ.
To like the lightweight GOAT Khabib and then the number 1 lightweight at the moment.
Yeah.
Like that's not tough losses.
Is that Cyborg?
That is well, no, it's Vanderlei Silva in a dress.
And heels.
Yes.
Jacked up on steroids beyond belief.
Chris Cyborg. I feel like properly rated.
Yeah, properly rated.
Yeah,
Machine,
don't really have much to say.
Power, hands.
She's
man.
just too big for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really fair.
And
it was nice to see her get fucked up by Nunes.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite. Yeah, I love that.
I was in Wanaka when that happened. That was on the Jones Gustafson card.
Yeah.
What a great day.
DC shoes.
Daniel Cormier.
I'd say
Properly rated.
properly rated. He's one of the GOATs, for sure. Double champ.
Double chin.
Second in lightweight, only to Jones and...
Probably second in heavyweight,
Pretty good-
only to
pretty good
Cormier.
heavyweight run.
Only to fucking Miocic.
Yeah, but Ngannou's swinging.
Fuck off,
swinging for
Ngannou.
that place.
No, Cyril Gane is going to fuck everyone up.
Like who's next?
Yeah, Popeye's boy me at, like...
super overrated. It has to be.
Yep.
Before his fight with Gane, like, you think it's a joke, but you also don't know what everyone's saying.
Well, apparently that card, what was that, 265?
Yeah, let's just say that's what it was. I think
Maybe it was 264, 266.
I don't know.
No, because 266 is next,
I feel
think.
like it was like 3.
No.
Maybe 4.
No, because
Whatever it was.
McGregor Poirier was 264, wasn't it?
Let's just say 5.
I don't know. 265, if we think. That was the card with the most amount of people lost money because they had money on Derek Lewis winning.
I think
it was like
XP.
90%.
I got like 3k at least XP on verdicts for betting on Gane.
Yeah, let's not talk about our recent performances though.
Not impressed.
But no, definitely super overrated. Would be the most boring fighter in the world if he didn't have knockout power.
Literally throws two strikes around.
I don't know how he wasn't cancelled after the first Ngannou fight.
He is Tyron Woodley, but
yeah, fuck Tyron
not
Woodley.
fast or athletic.
I hate that cunt. We're moving on. Donald Cerrone Cowboy. I never really liked him.
No, I was never the biggest fan of him either.
I feel like he's a bit overrated.
He's a veteran of the sport, and yeah, because of his records, like wins, but it's just because he's been around a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say a bit overrated.
Just a bit though.
Just a bit.
Now it's like he's losing.
He's well
by
over the
knockout
hill.
in the first round.
Eduardo Alvarez.
I'd say underrated, honestly. I think he's good.
I'm actually fine with that.
I think he's actually a pretty good fighter, but
I think that loss to Conor really fucked him over.
His fight against Conor, that's where most people got, I guess, probably found out who he was, and just since then, I don't know.
Who the fuck is this next cunt?
I feel like, is that Clay Guida?
No, it's fucking...
It's Jesus.
No, it's the fucking Canadian, I swear.
The Canadian Destroyer.
He does commentary now. Oliver, no?
Is this actually who... do you think that's actually who it is?
I think so.
Why is he on this list?
I don't know. Do I just search up long-haired UFC fighters?
Yeah, may as well. I feel like he just is such a random selection amongst these fighters.
Clay Guida's like the only person... There it is. Elias Theodora.
I'm just going to say...
I do remember him. He is Canadian. He's definitely Canadian, I'm
going to say
pretty sure.
properly rated, probably, because, like...
I have no idea who he is. I do know who he is, but... Yeah, he's Canadian.
I feel...
What's his
who's going to
record?
say he's too good or too bad? Who's going to say anything even about him?
What's his record? Do we at least have his record?
18.
He's 18-3. That's a better record than Darren Till.
What?
Mixed martial arts record.
Wait, what?
So he lost to Derek Brunson, beat Eric Anders, Trevor Smith, Dan Kelly, lost to Brad Tavares, beat Sam Alvey, lost to Thiago Santos.
You know what? I'm going to say underrated, you know?
I've never heard of him, and
He's
that's like
only
a decent
lost to good
record.
fighters.
Brunson, Tavares?
He's not the worst fighter ever, though. I'm going to say underrated.
Fuck yeah, I'm happy with underrated.
I'm going to give him the credit. I almost wrote him off too quickly there.
I fucking knew who it was, but I just couldn't put a fucking name to it. Frankie Edgar, I feel like is on the same wavelength as BJ Penn. Like,
no,
as kind
he's
of,
definitely...
He's not as highly rated, in my opinion, as BJ Penn.
Not as good.
Yeah.
As Prime Penn.
As Prime Penn, but I feel like he is someone that had a good...
He hasn't fallen off as hard, so isn't rated as harshly, I don't think.
I just meant more like he had a really good... Like, he was really good in the past, and now is not as good.
I think that it's just competition's better now, though.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to actually do with him. I'd just say properly rated.
Probably rated,
I
yeah.
don't think he's been...
It's kind of hard with people that are still competing
Yeah.
to kind of rate them.
Saint is just obviously properly rated.
Properly rated is, yeah. Probably,
Goat,
you know,
probably.
one, no, not the GOAT, but
One of them.
one
always a few.
of the four. Super
I was
overrated.
trying to just think of something to say about it, but I really just... Inhaler.
Yeah, super overrated. No, not even, because I feel like he's a bit overrated, but by the UFC.
Yeah.
Because they put him against all these fucking...
Who's... Yeah.
Like, who actually wants to see Greg Hardy?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I wanted to see a double knockout with him versus Taito Ivasa.
Fuck Taito Ivasa. He is a homo sapien, sexual.
Kajudo.
Cejudo.
I'm honestly
Underrated.
going to say underrated.
Yeah.
Because literally was double champ, beat Demetrius Johnson, knocked out Dillashaw in 20 seconds. And he's just
Marlon
he's
as well.
but too much of a meme, I think.
Yeah.
So that distracts from it a little. Yeah. Israel Adesanya.
Properly rated.
Obviously.
People thought he was going to beat Jones, so in that regard, overrated.
What? Did they?
Yes.
Did they really, though?
Yes, some people definitely did. Is that fucking Ken Shamrock? No. Is that Ryan Bader? Are we casuals for not knowing? Are we casuals for not knowing who that is? Is that Ryan Bader?
No. Is it?
It looks too skinny to be Ryan Bader.
Why can't you just have people I can easily recognise?
Well, everyone else is fine, but I have no idea who that is. We're going to skip that. I thought it was fucking Ken Shamrock from back this far. That should be illegal.
That's fucking illegal.
Yeah, fuck it. John Jones, super underrated. Or underrated.
Recent performances, fucking overrated. But I'm not saying that's where he should be, but I'm going to say...
I feel like he is underrated. I feel like not enough people consider him the GOAT.
What? Okay, was definitely on steroids, and you can't even come up with any bullshit excuse to even make me think he wasn't.
Everyone was on steroids, though.
And then ever since he wasn't, he's been shit.
We still won.
He's still winning, but like barely and not even convincingly at all.
I just feel like...
How's he underrated? Who doesn't think he's got... Everyone's
like, oh, Khabib, oh, GSP.
No.
Yes, fine.
I always see
properly
everyone
rated, but...
Okay, I'm so properly rated.
I think he is underrated. I feel like more people just need to accept that he is the GOAT.
But again, we're talking about the prime. Like, we're taking mostly the prime under consideration, so yeah.
Yeah, where he's the greatest to ever exist.
Aldo
underrated. Surely.
Yeah. I was thinking even maybe super underrated. But
Okay, well, yeah, that works as well.
Yeah, super underrated, because literally was featherweight GOAT. Was on an
undefeated for almost 10
absolute
years.
tear, murking everybody, and then loses a one-punch KO to Conor, and then drops off the face of the earth to the majority of the population.
Yeah.
Never even
and
considered...
is still, like, quite young, relatively.
Again, yeah, talking about their primes, Aldo, fucking beast, and...
Didn't he have, like, 9 title defences,
never even considered in GOAT status, usually. Just... almost seen as another veteran these days.
Disrespected by Khabib.
But yeah, super underrated. Aldo, base.
Yep.
Gaethje.
I don't like Justin Gaethje.
Don't you?
Nah.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like he thinks he's a lot better than he actually is.
No, I'd say properly rated.
Probably rated, but I mean just in terms of actually liking
when
Justin Gaethje.
When he was losing his fights, I'd be like, I'd say a bit overrated. But then he came back in a big way, and I'd say, yeah,
against Tony.
He's good now. He's good.
That still fucking haunts me, that
Usman,
loss.
fucking probably the pound for pound number 1 in the UFC at the moment.
Yeah, probably rated though. I feel like everyone kind of acknowledges that.
Acknowledge me. Yeah, Usman based. Kimbo. No one thought he was good, really.
Exactly.
So properly rated. A bit overrated to people whose opinion shouldn't even matter when considering it. So,
yeah.
Lyoto,
it's a hard one.
Super overrated because welcome to the Machida era.
Oh, fucking Steven Seagal as well.
Yeah.
Should we just put him in super overrated just for that? Sensei Seagal?
I don't know, because he fell off... I don't know.
He's still fighting in Bellator.
Well, he reached peak and then just pretty much went back down and never came back up.
Literally, physically,
so if he was
not
overrated,
even metaphorically, went down.
Yeah, if he was overrated, it was literally just for like that small amount of time, probably.
I think properly rated. Like, nobody really acknowledges him as like a GOAT or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's all kind of hunky-dory. Michael Johnson, super underrated.
Michael Johnson.
Beat Tony Ferguson.
Well, yeah.
Dustin
I'm
Poirier.
going to say underrated. What were you going to say, super? Not super.
No,
I think
no,
you
not
can't
super
just because of
underrated.
his record. Like,
He almost has a bloody 50-50 record.
He beat...
What is his record? Is it...
It's bad now,
21
but
and,
he beat
like, 18?
Tony Ferguson, fucking...
Dustin Poirier.
Beat up Khabib a bit, you know?
Yeah.
When you go back
Beat
and
up
look at these
Gaethje a bit.
performances, you're like, what the fuck, who even was he?
Absolutely
But
gassed Gaethje out.
then, now, he sucks shit. He eats his shit whole.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
had some good performances, so I'm going to say underrated for that, because who even acknowledges them?
Exactly.
Not enough people.
Misha Tate.
Overrated. Is she?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, had a kind of... Not a fluke win against Home. Well, she was probably losing that fight.
Yeah,
it was like a Hail
she
Mary.
definitely was.
Probably, like, properly rated, I guess.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't really give a fuck about her, though.
This next one, this is gonna...
Super overrated.
Yeah. If you disagree with this, you are blinded by the Diaz cold image.
Yeah, should we put Nick in there? Nick probably...
I'd say Nick is properly rated.
I feel like...
Maybe a bit overrated.
I feel like he is overrated.
Actually,
because
I'd say overrated, but not
I
super
feel like
overrated.
people actually think he's going to come back and do something.
He was definitely good, though. Like, was Strikeforce champion.
A lot better than Nate.
Came back, only lost to...
GSP. Or Anderson.
No, didn't lose to Condor. And then everyone was like, oh, robbery. But again, it's just because Diaz, people love them so much for their personalities. They're just blinded by the actual, not lack of skill, but subpar performances, I'll say, in the octagon, especially with Nate.
Yeah, exactly.
Most overrated fighter in the history of MMA.
Yep.
Rogan cried interviewing her because she was such a unique specimen.
Yeah, fuck off and cry on Ellen.
Roy McDonald, I'd say probably just rated.
Probably rated, yeah. Still super young as well, so definitely could still come back.
But he's fought a lot and been in death wars.
Wars, yeah, exactly.
Tyrone Woodley.
Dead
Super.
to me. Dead to me. Absolutely dead to me. Tyrone Woodley can fuck off.
No, but is he overrated though? Because
no, I feel like he's kind of underrated.
It's not an agreement. Oh, I don't know.
Bro, like, I feel like nobody appreciated him when he was welterweight champion.
Yeah.
I feel like people still don't appreciate him. I genuinely think peak Tyrone Woodley was the closest. Like, if you had to pick someone to beat GSP, peak Tyrone Woodley would have been the closest challenger.
There's no way he was ever beating GSP.
No, it was like the closest challenger.
Because I went back and watched his first fight with Stephen Thompson because that was a draw. And even back then, it was literally backing up against the cage the whole fight. And they were even saying then that he would always back up against the cage and not pull the trigger. So that is something he's literally just done his whole career, and I don't know what it is. But
I felt like
won that fight 100%.
Before the Usman fight, though, like, I genuinely believe that he was the closest person that was able to beat GSP. Yeah. I don't think he would have, but I feel like he was the closest.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be in the GOAT discussion for sure, but...
The welterweight GOAT, you mean?
Yeah. But I don't know. Chris Cyborg.
Chemo Cyborg.
Yeah, I don't know,
properly rated.
I guess.
Don't really give a shit about fucking Vanderlei. To be fair, he was an absolute beast back in the Pride days.
It was just a bit before my time. I was like 2 when he was fighting in his prime.
I feel like we probably weren't even born when he was like still winning championships and stuff in Pride. But yeah, that brings us to the end of our list.
Tell us who that guy is in the bottom, and we'll...
Yeah, who the fuck... Like, are we tripping for that?
I don't know. Sometimes people look so generic that I just can't even tell.
It looks like a skinny Ryan Bader, but who knows?
I just can't even remember what Ryan Bader looks like at the moment. And he always has a beard.
Keep talking, Bader. Keep talking. Daniel Cormier.
Get the fuck out of my press conference.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Do you agree with our list? You probably don't, because
Nate Diaz is at the top.
I was just about to say that.
I know.
Nate Diaz
people
and Derek
defend
Lewis.
him so much, but I'm sorry. You're blinded.
If you had to make changes, what would you do? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Overrated.
Properly rated. Peace.